Hello, and welcome back to our Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign, session 108. There we go. How's everyone doing?
Not bad.
Doing good. How
Yeah,
funny would it have been if none of us said anything? That'd be great.
I'm pretty sure that's happened before. It's fine. Sort of roll with it. Right, everyone's bad. Okay, let's go on. So, just getting straight back into it. Last we left off, you all went to the city of Nimne, the where the sort of followers of the beholder followers of Saphirox, the Huratide scholars they're known as, had a huge library which you had originally travelled to with the hope of getting the Book of Fates. There you met Saphirox, or like the dreaming kind of astral body of Saphirox, and kind of passed his challenge, I guess, just so he trusted you enough, and he bestowed you upon the Book of Fates. Reading it, you weren't able to kind of ascertain much information from it, maybe just a tiny bit, but you didn't know how to read it, which Dink kind of explained. He didn't also know how to read it either. And Saphirox also had told you that it wasn't safe for him to remain in the astral realm. He must awaken, then he can sort of like work out what to do next. And as you left the tower and left the library, you noticed that all the library shelves, all the books had disappeared, all the knowledge had been kind of absorbed, and the entire library kind of, and the city itself was beginning to be torn apart by some fog wall that was seemed to be just erasing everything. You caught up with Dink, who didn't disappear with the rest of the beholders for some reason. And you made your way back to the ship where Orlex was waiting for you. He, I guess, seemed happy enough to see you, although he seemed to have forgotten quite a lot of like why he was there, like what the plan was afterwards. So he's just took you back to the city of Orisval. But on the way, Kalor, the torchbearer, he appeared to you once again and said, you know, you fucked everything up. Like, this was our job to get the Book of Fates. You need to hand it over to us. And when you refused to, he decided to fuck your ship up. So he turned Orlex into a Shoggoth, and basically sabotaged the ship so that it would crash, hopefully that you'd all die, and he'd be able to get the book, I guess. And after all that happened, you fought the transformed body of Orlex and took control of the ship, but it was too late, and the ship blasted headfirst into the palace of Orisval, where the streets are now in a flame, with the body and carcass of a burning astral tortoise and a whole ship on top that just seemed to happen to destroy almost the entire city block. So that's where we left off. All right.
Hooray!
As you land back on the streets of Orisval, you see the absolute chaos and carnage all around you. Just people screaming, just a lot of the dreamers kind of just sort of torn into a sort of sense of lucidity, like suddenly they're in a nightmare. Just absolutely everything going to shit. And Dink kind of whispers to you, saying, like, we need to get out of here before we
Yeah. Let's go. Let's
just find like a little side street or something, just chill out in for a bit.
Yeah, let's just like go over here, have a quick drink, talk about our lives. What led us here?
Yeah, that's somewhere that we're not going to get blamed.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So let's do this. So making your way down to, I guess, a side street that has like since cleared of people, fairly empty. A lot of the kind of market stalls and strange ware sellers from the astral realm have since abandoned their market, just like crowding by the palace ahead, where you hear like people shouting and in the distance. Dink says, "Oh, that was dramatic. What the hell?" You do
As in us, what the hell? Or him, what the hell?
I don't. Who was that guy that took over the ship?
The
he was a bastard.
torchbearer.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
Those torchbearers, they're always up to something, I find.
What do they do?
Never put it... I don't really know. They're very mysterious, as you can probably tell. They call themselves the kind of guardians of the astral plane. It's their responsibility to make sure that everything is in order, and they've been around since the first dream existed.
Plenty of people claim that sort of shit.
Casper just sort of gestures broadly around, like, it don't look a whole lot like order.
Well, generally the astral plane is very ordered. Dreams go fairly predictably usually.
No, I mean
you ever have a dream...
I mean the massive fucking crater over there.
Oh well, I think it might be partly responsible to what's happening. When you've ever had a dream where like things are going okay, and then suddenly, like in the back of your mind, you think, "Oh, something's going to go badly," and then suddenly it all just goes to shit. Well, it's kind of like that, like on a astral realm scale. Like once everyone starts losing faith in it,
fear it into being.
Starts... Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, you're completely right. The concern is that this also attracts more chaotic forces. So now there's loads of panicking here and all this stuff. We better find your friend. That's what I'm saying.
All right, everyone, just think orderly thoughts. Just think orderly as hard as you can.
Syen just kind of hunches over and begins sobbing. I'm doomed. I'm doomed.
Oh yes, we knew that.
Right. We need to find... What's his name again? Ravain? Let's think Ravain. Maybe he'll show up, like with the flute. Where would Ravain be?
I mean,
as you mention his name, a nearby door just seems to open from a wall. You didn't notice the door in the wall before, but it seems to be there now.
Well, there we go.
And stepping through is the cloaked figure of Ravain, with his kind of like glowing, shifting astral tattoos, seemingly brighter than they were before. He approaches and says, "Well, you made your entrance known."
Did you see the turtle?
Yes. It was cruel. It was especially cruel.
Look, it wasn't our fault, all right. Let's get somewhere private.
This is somewhere private. We're a door and a wall.
Oh, I thought he came out.
Yeah, he's saying, "I'd like to see the book, if I may."
Counselor, want to give him the book? Maybe somewhere private.
Yeah, let's get inside first. Not be here doing this in public.
Very well. He sort of leads you into the large corridor of doors.
Corridor!
Where he closes it behind you all, and says, "This is as private as we're going to be."
All right then. He just kind of looks around the group for approval.
Syen just shrugs and nods.
And then, yeah, he'll pull out the Book of Fates.
Finally, he sort of takes the book into his hand and looks down at it. It doesn't look as grand as I expected.
They never do. They never really do. We hype these things up and then they just turn out to be massive disappointment.
He nods.
Reckon you can read it?
I reckon. I will have to spend some time, but you're welcome to stay. Get rested up, and then we will decide what to do next. He walks over to a nearby door along this kind of infinite corridor and opens it up to reveal a kind of what seems to be like maybe a pocket dimension of some sort. Just like a room that's not got any windows. It's well decorated, with like a study, bookshelves, a four-poster bed, and kind of like wooden panel walls that don't seem to have any like nails in them as you'd normally expect. It's almost entirely smooth. The floor itself seems to be kind of like a checkered marble pattern. with a bearskin rug, which lines it nearby a fireplace. There's like some seating arrangement that you can sit down in. He says, "You'll be safe here. This is my realm."
Wow, second time we meet up and you're already inviting us into your room. Must have made quite the impression.
Well, you did do a very important task for me. I like to keep my allies close. I do have the feeling somehow that I do know you, though. So there is a level of trust that hopefully whatever I'll learn, I'll find in here.
Yeah. By the way, Nimne is now kind of folded up into a thing and disintegrating, and Saffrox is waking up. Not sure how that affects what we're doing here.
Well, if anyone will know, the book will.
Also,
give
the
me a
torchbearers want the book as well.
Yeah.
The torchbearers have been interfering with my business for a long time. I'll keep it at an arm's distance from them.
Now that we've got this, what exactly is your business these days?
My business is to understand where I'm from, what my business here is. I know that I am not a being of the astral realm, but I cannot seem to leave. I have been here for a long time. I am dreaming, but I'm locked in a dream.
So you're trying to wake up.
Indeed. And if there's a method for me to wake up, then...
Syen pinches him.
Ow.
Damn it! I've always been told that works.
Dan, we told you to stop doing that to people.
So if I were to slap you around the face, you would wake up.
Try it. Try it.
He slaps you around the face. take 1 damage.
Take 1 damage? Okay. Wow, that's a hearty slap.
You're still here, aren't you?
Well, you know, it's what I've been told works.
Yeah, so I can't remember what we discussed when we met you last, but I mean, if the Book of Fates don't shed much light on you, we have a feeling we might know some of your past.
We can talk about that later. But the agreement we made was that I would help you find Uthrend.
That's correct. He's our friend, you could say.
Ugh.
I've been waiting the whole time we've been here to make that joke.
He raises an eyebrow and says, "You like this guy?"
No.
He sits down and says, "Please, I must study.
All right.
But feel free to... You can make noise, but just don't bother me." He goes and into a side room and just sits down, and just sort of leaves you be.
Okay. Cool.
Dink appears and says, "Well, so we just wait.
I guess so.
Read the whole Book of Fates."
You know, I've known people who can speed read. It's fine.
Maybe he'll eat it and absorb the knowledge that way.
Gosh.
I mean, he's probably just
Why would
looking
he
up certain
do
stuff,
that?
right? Not just reading the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a powerful book, and you seem to trust this guy, so let's hope he doesn't use it for evil.
Plus, I get the impression that this book, there's not really such thing as reading the whole thing. Because, I mean, if you think about it, the amount of stuff that would be covered by it, it wouldn't fit in a book that I could carry in my bag.
I suppose it depends how much information you fit in each word. I don't know.
Maybe it has another method. Maybe the book is merely a representation of something.
Like an index.
Yeah. like maybe it's bigger on the inside than it looks on the outside. That'd be my guess. That's how these kind of things work. They tend to fuck with your head if you think about it for longer than 5 seconds. But, you know, it like, if that contains everything, then, you know, I would imagine the information spawns on the page that you're looking at, right? Like, it was blank when we looked at it, wasn't it? And then we asked the question, and then words started showing up.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, you know, maybe
Why not just have one page?
for things that require more than 1 page worth of information, you could ask about a very intense topic. Like, there are some things which I imagine, like a single topic, where if you asked about it would require several volumes worth of information.
I just would have thought maybe, I don't know. I feel like if I were designing it, if I were creating, you know, a book that could store more words than can fit in a book, then the actual number of pages could be pretty small because you could just reuse the pages. Like you just, I don't know, maybe you like just have it on one page, and then when you're done reading that, you just like, I don't know, tap to the side of it or like do a motion across it, and then another page just comes into being.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not. Who did make it actually, Dink? Do you have any idea like who designed it, or did it just like come into being one day?
It was found.
Right.
We don't know who made it, but the scholars took charge of it and decided to protect it. And I suspect part of the reason why Nimne was targeted was because they wanted it. Whoever is destroying it, they wanted the knowledge.
My theory is that the fact that it's a book is merely your brain trying to comprehend something. Like, you know, I think like its image and its shape fits what you need it to fit in order for it to make sense to you.
Well, the mysteries of the astral realm are very... They're filled with these almost unknowable questions that some things have just seemed to always exist. Some things pop up out of nowhere sometimes. But whatever is happening to the astral realm now, I've never heard of anything like it before. At least that's of my knowledge. There might be someone else who knows better. That being said, you know, a dream every night in the material realm can be years and years and years in the astral realm. Sometimes, and people tend to forget their dreams by the time they have the next one, so only those astral scholars who have been here for for a long time, really, can remember this stuff. And the torchbearers are the only ones who have been around that long.
So those dreams where you're out in public and you're naked and everyone's laughing at you.
They're real. Yeah, they're real.
Great. Never falling asleep ever again. Perfect. Fantastic.
The dream world has a way of telling people things that they want to know or feel like they are worried about and yeah, sometimes people are really scared about embarrassing themselves, so that happens to be the torture that the astral realm puts on them. But I mean,
I had a dream I got new shoes.
New shoes?
Yeah,
Maybe you should get new shoes.
maybe.
What are those? All right. So
They're
you
things
begin
that go
to
on your
settle-
feet. That's the things at the bottom of our legs. So,
I have no legs.
yeah.
I just have eyes.
I have no legs and I must walk.
Would Would you like some legs?
No. Everyone. Okay, listen. Humanoids always complain that their feet hurt. They're always walking around, and then they always say, "Oh, my feet hurt. My feet hurt. My feet hurt." Right? I don't need to worry about that. I just float. Okay? I don't even need to think about it. I just float. Right? Never had to think about
Does seem
getting
convenient.
tired. Or... Yeah, you should have evolved better. That's what I'm saying.
Still time.
Well, all right. So as you sort of settle down, get yourselves rested up, for the next few hours, you can have a long rest.
Okay.
Eventually, at some point, 8 hours or so later, Ravane makes his way back into where you're all at. He walks over to a nearby seat and sits down, kind of looking a bit dejected.
What's wrong, buddy?
I read it.
And
And
Where to go from here? To start off, I have some good news and I have some bad news.
okay.
Start with the bad news. Is always my approach.
Uthrend is dead.
Oh, fuck!
since when?
Since a little while ago, he was consumed trying to follow the task that you are following. Trying to find out whatever this being is.
Well, what's the good news?
I know what the being is.
Can we kill it?
It will be very unlikely, but there is a possibility. It is known as the Ouroboros.
Huh.
Like the snake thing?
Indeed. It is a... How to best describe it? It is a quirk in the fabric of our joint realms. That it exists as something that's always been there and will always be there and is perpetually consuming itself. It is untouchable, however, within the astral realm.
You say untouchable? Like too powerful, like a god, or like
It exists within the space between realms, where it has been trapped.
always or recently?
Not always. It is hard to explain. The book wasn't entirely clear, but it did remind me of a myth that I've heard. That of the Tarlites that I heard once.
Lay it on us.
The myth is that the Ouroboros was the first and only thing that ever existed in the universe. And there was nothing. There was no light, no space, no time. There was simply this serpent which ate its own tail perpetually. It was being born and consuming itself all the time. the universe was this timeless kind of flat realm that was entirely built out of the dreams of this serpent. And the dreams of the Ouroboros, as it was sleeping, would create these universes that would be consumed by the time a cycle had passed. Eventually, somehow, it's hard to explain, but a universe managed to break free. And the first people who had the ability to control this universe from a planet named Tal, these gods, had gained the ability to conjure the power from within the serpent itself. And they subjugated the serpent that had created them and banished it deep within its own dimension, where its only influence existed basically within the astral realm itself. This is why you don't seem to have a continuity in the astral realm, why dreams just spring out and disappear into each other. It is the sort of cycle of the Ouroboros constantly rewriting itself.
Hmm.
The order within the astral realm comes from the Tarlites, these people who use magic to control and create conscious beings within the universe. But nightmares and beings from the edge of space and things that you can't quite put your brain around come from the Ouroboros, this unknowable entity.
Is that where Uthrend came from?
Uthrend is a sort of protector of the Order that came out of the Order. But
Right.
the Ouroboros is, I mean, it is unkillable, it is undestroyable. You cannot deal with it. You can simply trap it somewhere and hope that it never gets released.
So, from the sounds of it, it's getting free.
It is gaining its power. And it is using someone within the material realm as a source to gain that power. It cannot break into the astral realm, but it can consume it, which is what it is doing. And once it has destroyed the astral realm and consumed the dreams of every mortal and every non-mortal who exists within it, it will have enough power to break into the material realm, where it will do the same there, and then with each realm until everyone has been consumed within its cycle.
I hate to say it. We've fought avatars of powerful elementals. We went to the afterlife. We're four guys. We're four guys, and you. What are we supposed to do?
Luckily, I happen to know just the place to break open a passage into the Ouroboros' realm. It is where we will be able to further lock it away. But you will need my help, which means you will need to wake me up.
Okay. And how do we do that?
As you probably have expected by now, and as I suspected, indeed you do know me. As Thrash, or as Kadar, or
Or
as
Pietro?
Pietro.
Was
I don't know if
Viseri
we know
last
him
you
as
met, yeah.
Walker.
I have been kidnapped by Lady Syen for the crimes that I committed a long time ago in the service of a demon named Ashigal. Ashigal had me start a little revolt, let's say, within Lady Syen's compound, nearby Rada Alora. And it caused a lot of damage. And unfortunately, she is a being of, well, let's say rigid bureaucracy. until my trial, she is keeping me in stasis, giving me the freedom to dream, but not remember where I was from. I don't suppose she expected I would find something like this, sort of like motioning to the book.
So, let me get this straight. We're to go to Lady Salon's place and wake you up.
You'll have to free me somehow. She will not be partial to letting me go without a trial, however. And her kind of trials can go on for centuries. It is hard-coded into her. She physically cannot stop herself. So you can either break me free and risk agitating Lady Selen, or you can find some other way of convincing her.
I suppose.
But I am the only person who knows what to do. I have read the Book of Fates. I know the path that we must take, which means that you must break me free.
Don't suppose she does bail.
This is my bail, unfortunately.
Okay.
We won't risk me not returning for the trial, as I
Okay.
have done before.
From what I gather, we can't do this from inside the astral plane, right?
No, you will have to return back to the material realm. I have the ability to send you back whenever you ask for it, but
We gotta help Calcifer's wife out first.
this is how you help her out. The Ouroboros
Yeah.
must be destroyed.
I thought there was an entirely different thing trying to come out through.
I think that is
No.
the Ouroboros.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah, she
Fantastic.
is its window to the material plane.
So,
Because from my memory, I mean, my memory is shaky on this, but we were in Noel's realm, right? His afterlife, his umbral spire.
Yeah, you
I
kind of.
was
Yeah,
I
you
was
kind of
grabbed before you
disappeared.
even entered it. Well, I just got grabbed. I don't remember what happened in there, but any knowledge of what occurred, I mean, your wife was dead last time I saw you, and now she's alive and having this child.
Yeah, she got better.
yeah, I don't think saying she's having a child makes much sense considering this is an eternally birthing and dying creature of eldritch monstrosity.
No,
Yeah,
it has to be attached to a material body. There is a child. It is currently using that child to breach into the material realm. There is a child, certainly.
Oh.
Then then how did, because you weren't, oh,
We've been back a while.
Yeah, you've been back a year.
okay in my head there was something else happening. Okay, I forget sometimes.
Imagine.
No, she
Doesn't
didn't-
look very orcish.
if we stop this Ouroboros from coming out, what happens to the baby?
Fundamentally the same thing that happens normally to a baby. I mean, will grow and be born and be fine, I hope.
Alright, so this won't like be too traumatic or anything.
Provided the Ouroboros' influence is severed, that will be it.
Okay.
But we must deal with the Ouroboros before too late. If the astral realm is completely consumed, there will be no hope for the material realm. You understand that? And doubly so, that being in the material realm, things in the astral realm happen faster. You understand? I will have to keep myself safe. I will have to keep the Book of Fates safe. Presumably, this is what it's seeking ultimately to consume. I will have to go to every corner of the astral realm. It might take years for me to see you, even if it might be only a day or a few days for you. But I must be freed.
Okay. How do we get into Lady Silent's place then?
You will need to travel there with some sort of planar transportation spell. Which means you will need to find a key, a planar key.
Don't suppose
I
that
don't know
book
how to help
says
you with it.
where one is.
It's not very specific, unfortunately.
Oh.
It only gives broad outlines to the path that one must take to achieve a certain goal. It does not give specific instructions, I'm sorry, but I'm sure that you'll be able to find someone. There is plenty of people with knowledge on these matters. In Adana, for example, the Syen Darai will have knowledge of the locations of planar keys that have been found within Adana. That might be a good place to start.
Okay.
All right.
So we got to sort this out and quickly.
By my estimations, you will only have a month or so, at the most. At the very most. That's if I go to every single corner of the astral realm that has not yet been consumed. But of course, traveling, getting information, dealing with the Ouroboros. Remember, we still have to get to the Ouroboros after I'm freed.
Hmm.
And you will... Another thing. You will have to keep your wife safe, Calcifer. If anything happens to her, it could risk undoing everything. If the baby is born too early, it might consume a large chunk of your world, even if the Ouroboros isn't able to escape properly.
Okay, so we got a month to find you so that you can tear a
No.
hole open.
A month to deal with the Ouroboros.
Well, yeah, but we got to find you to deal with the Ouroboros.
Indeed.
And so that you can open a tunnel or a portal or what have you, so that we can cage it up a bit more.
Sounds like a challenge, doesn't it?
How many times since its imprisonment has this had to be done? Like,
As far as I'm aware, it's only happened once. But whatever happened in that Umbral Spire, presumably with why your wife is affected. Neruzatar had some hand in this. Perhaps he thought he could gain power from its imprisonment somehow. Was there some sort of machine or object that was seen to be gaining power for him?
Yeah, it was like some kind of soul machine that kind of pulled her out of.
Indeed, he must have thought it was absolutely bizarre to even assume that someone might try and destroy it. Presumably anyone who was able to even get to his realm would know exactly what sort of monster was held within it and would have totally been against the destruction of such a machine or interfering with it in any way.
We didn't destroy it, did we? I don't think. Did we destroy it?
It did end up getting destroyed.
All right.
Because it like started to break after you pulled the layer out of it.
doesn't mean he hasn't started building another one.
Yeah, we might have.
You need the power of Tarlight to build such a machine. Well,
Okay.
that is the best I can do, I'm afraid.
Fantastic.
All right. Get key. Free you. Go there. Sort it. It's not much of a plan, but there's something to go on.
Just say the words and I will free you whenever.
The words and I will free you forever. Thumbs
From
up.
from this astral realm. Oh, I see, I see. Are you ready to get going back?
Well,
I don't see much reason to. Okay.
I was just thinking if while we're here we essentially have a lot more time and we're going to be limited on time when we get back to the material realm, if we have a bit of crafting to do to upgrade some stuff, might be good to do that here.
Will that?
You can't upgrade stuff here.
Oh, can't do that. Okay. Scratch that.
I'll let you do the rolls. I guess I'll let you do the rolls for it. Like, so you have a plan in your head of what you're going to do, so it'll take you less time. If you wanted to do that.
Okay.
It's like you can't physically change your gear and then like.
Yeah.
You
Let's see what the check is for that.
And understand one thing, Ravane says, about Lady Syen. I understand that she is your old friend's master. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, Cascus is now her servant. If you try and somehow make it a choice between her and you might be disappointed.
Noted.
I would recommend, if you could, try not to let him know that you're there. You would hate to be betrayed by your old friend.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, should we, skedaddle skedoodle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Very well.
I only
Godspeed,
just...
all of you. The fate of the universe is literally in all of your hands. No pressure.
Just a normal day, really.
I'm one off being able to automatically succeed with assurance, so I will need to actually roll for these.
Okay.
Though it might be, if we're really strapped for time, might be better to just seek someone else that can do it.
It's fine. Just roll them now. It's fine. It's fine. It's cool.
Okay.
I'll take half the time off.
So I need 35. Oh, nice. So that's for +3, and then for greater, the upgraded reinforcing rune on the shield. That one's a fail. And then presumably Henning and Syen will want +3s.
Yeah, and greater
Yeah.
resilient as well, please.
Okay, this might be going
I
into a
will-
few too many to
Okay.
really get
just,
going with.
Okay, just 3 for now. Just +3 for now, then.
I want +3.
+3 weapon?
No, armor.
Can't do that.
Gimme.
Gimme.
Oh,
Oh.
So how long does it take for each check?
I think each one's like a day, so I'm not really sure the
It's like a
feasibility
half a
of
day,
this.
so that'll be like 2 days worth of rolls. That is, so you're gonna have to take at least 2 days downtime after you get back.
Hmm.
Okay.
I suppose the Calcifer could be doing that while people go and get like seek out Syen Darai and
Yeah.
like try and get the planar key.
So
They
I
have to get
take
the
it
spells
that's
from somewhere as well.
either me or Henning failed.
Well, the Syen Darai. I'll just give you a heads up. The Syen Darai will probably want to speak to Calcifer.
Okay, I think the crafting is going to have to go on the back burner then. Do that stuff first.
Right, so after you're sort of ready to go, Ravane clicks his fingers, and it seems the whole astral realm begins to lift away in a puff of smoke as you open your eyes, wipe away the sleepy dust, hearing the kind of low, meditative murmuring, an incense-filled room that you had fallen asleep in a circle. Morna sat cross-legged, her eyes closed, seeing you all stir. You notice over in the distance Scrimshaw tending Illyria by the bed, sort of look over and say, "They're waking up." Morna kind of lifts an eye and says, "This is way too early."
Nope, exactly as planned.
Don't get up too quickly, she says. She sort of like rushes over to you. Here, drink this. It will still have some of the lingering effects of the potion within you. You're going to be tired for a while.
How long's a while?
Another couple of hours or so.
Okay, all right. We've got a time limit.
Don't drive a car or operate any heavy machinery.
What's a car and what's heavy machinery?
That's heavy machinery.
Yeah, okay. But what's a car?
Scrimshaw is heavy machinery, right? Morna sort of like kneels down beside you all, kind of on her like legs, and says, "So what happened? Where did you go? What did you do? You're gonna need. Did you fulfill your task? Is it done?"
Nope, we need to go to hell.
Yeah.
I'm not following the logic here.
So there was a like big ass beholder called Saphirox, had a book of fates that had a bunch of stuff. There was Viseri, but like in a dream, but he's in a prison from Lady Selen. So basically we need to there's something called the Ouroboros that seems to be hijacking our child.
Scrimshaw gasps. You heard about? There's something about the Ouroboros. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what's coming if we don't sort this out.
This is not correct. The Ouroboros was meant to be locked away, unable to affect any of the realms except for the astral.
Well, there's a mortal, there's some material thing, from what I gather, that's feeding it power.
Honor says, the machine that we saw in the Umbral Spire, Scrimshaw, when we visited the Trespasser, that would have been the machine. The Trespasser mentioned that there was a threat. Scrimshaw says, the Ouroboros. Naruzatar must have found where it been held, where it was held when he was a god, and created that device to gain even more power from it. Once the machine was broken, it released into its dimension. But because of Alira's release from such a machine, that was the link then. She is a portal itself to the Ouroboros' realm.
That's
He sits down.
portal.
Okay. Well, do either of you happen to have a spare planner key on either of you?
So you're lagging out a bit
Spare
there.
bag.
A planner key.
A planar key to Ouroboros' rail.
I thought we needed one to get to Lady Selen.
Yeah, we've got to go to Lady Selen first to get Siri.
Because you can open up a way to get to Ouroboros. He knows how to get there.
Mona raises an eyebrow. So Tarash wants you to free him from his prison.
Yeah.
Hey, don't judge us. You did the same thing. You know, it's a rite of passage for every adventuring group to rescue that one guy
From hell.
from hell.
Hey,
It's
listen, we made a
required.
mistake when we did that, okay?
Look, it just needs to happen. It's fulfilling the same thing.
All I'm saying is that are we sure that there's no way we can do it without him? He's untrustworthy.
I mean,
Well, do you have a better idea?
Skirmishaw says, I will have to make some sort of machine to see whether we can find some rift or something that seems to be able to get us to the Ouroboros' realm. It will take a while to make. Probably design a schematic in a couple of weeks, maybe.
We have about a month.
A month. What is it?
Yeah.
Because it's what, consuming the astral realm.
Yeah.
yeah.
And once it's consumed the astral realm, it'll have enough power to get through here and just consume this one.
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay. Well, have you thought about how you might plan on freeing Tarash from the Syen, from Lady Selen? She's not going to give him away willingly. And she's not as dumb as Ashigal was, leaving him in a cage just to be tortured or whatever.
I
He
mean,
will be under lock and key in her vault.
How hard could it be to break someone out from hell?
always just ask her.
I don't think that would help us.
Yeah.
Everything you do with her has to be, if you're going to request it from her, you'll have to request it in a legalistic format.
Okay.
I think I might have an idea, but what if you expedite the trial? We've done this before, right, Scrimshaw? He sort of looks a bit confused at her. She says, if you frame it as a trial by combat, she will have to accept. Your champion, or the four of you versus her four champions.
That is to our strengths.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are good at being a lawyer.
Yeah, I am better at hitting things than making legal arguments.
That said, the last time we went to a trial, we accidentally a religion, Syen says, staring daggers at Henning.
Hey, look, I'm not putting myself forward for this one, so I'm just saying. Unless you would like a repeat of last time.
I don't think that would work on her.
Never know.
Alright. So, speak to Syen Darai, hopefully get a key off them or from somewhere.
And the spell.
Yeah, we need to also figure out, I don't suppose either of you two know interplanar teleport?
Funnily enough, no.
I don't, Mona, Scrimshaw.
It's an uncommon spell, so I haven't learned it. But I could cast it once we find it. Find someone who sells it.
Same.
Maybe we could get it
Arcana
from
Scroll.
Silver Shadow. That's where I got my spells from her before.
So then you have to acquire the key and the planar transportation spell.
Yep.
But I think the spell will be that hard to obtain.
Don't
You'll have
say
to-
that.
I
Never
would
say
recommend. Normally, I'd recommend Gideon for such matters, Monathas, but obviously, God knows where he is.
Maybe he's in hell as well. Everyone's just in hell.
Yeah, but we find everyone we've been looking for in hell on our way over. We find my mom. We find that would be upsetting. Actually, let's hope my mum's not in hell. We find Gideon. We find what's his name now. It's hard to tell. He keeps changing his name. I'm just gonna call him Stripey Bastard.
Question. So, Interplanar Teleport is an uncommon spell. It's plane shift. I have the craft anything feat. So you can find ways to craft just about anything despite restrictions, as long as you have the appropriate crafting skill feat, magical crafting for magic items, and meet the item's level and proficiency requirements. You ignore just about any other requirement, such as being of a specific ancestry or providing spells. If a requirement adds to the item's cost, you still pay it, including castings, blah blah. You can't ignore requirements of special items that have exclusive means of access and crafting, such as artifacts.
Yeah, so I would say that if you wanted to try and craft a scroll of planar transportation, I would allow that, but you'd have to have the key first.
Okay.
Because you could like use the key to sort of craft a spell that's based around that.
Okay.
Like
Yeah, I'll try.
You're high enough level to actually like cast it, right? Like one of you.
Yeah, it's level 7. I can cast it. It's on my spell list.
Yeah, so you and
It's just
you
it's
and
uncommon.
yeah, so Calcifer and Hanera together would be able to make that.
Cool.
That's fine. Like you can make that. That's no problem. You're definitely high enough level to do that.
How long does it take?
It'd just be the same as crafting any other kind of scroll.
So half the day.
A day's downtime, I believe.
Yeah, provided also that you have all the other
Oh, sorry.
components that I need.
2 days of work or 1 day if you have the formula. So 2 days.
Well, in that case, it might be quicker for me to go to see Silver Shadow. Or I could send her a message. I could just use my sending spell and ask her if she's got it, and then.
She's probably not high enough level to make that.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, she was. Well, I was just because I got teleport from her, which was level 6, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think she's
Okay,
high enough for
that's fine.
level 7 spells.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's no other. There's just the one requirement, which is the planar key, isn't there? No, nothing else.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, yeah. As long as you get that, that's fine.
Cool.
So you're going to get the key first. So what's your plan for that? Mona says.
Apparently, Syen and Darai might have some knowledge around it. That's what Syen mentioned.
Okay. Well, you know where they are, where they're based, right?
North.
Yes, they're up north, in the high tower.
Yeah, I think we were going to go see them for something else, weren't we? But
Yeah. Up at the north.
I can send some of my spies out, see if they hear whispers of anything. You know, just in case it's not there.
Why would it not be there?
I don't know. You never know these things. The amount of times we go to one place expecting something to be there, like Utherend was supposed to be in the astral plane, and then he's fucking eaten.
Uthrend is... Okay, I don't even want to ask about that one. Listen, guys. This is really, like... The Ouroboros is... Both me and Scrimshaw know what it means to be put in a situation that threatens the world. But, even with the sort of planet-born dead situation, and when Tal was trying to consume this world, there was always the understanding that there'd be some sort of spirit or memory of the world left over afterwards, even if we failed. I mean, the Ouroboros' goal is to completely rewrite our entire existence. This is not good.
Do you think Naruzatar wants to rewrite existence as well, then?
No, Scrimshaw says. I think that Naruzatar was looking for a source of cheap power.
So he picked the giant nightmare snake.
He has always made decisions which are above his level.
He just sounds like a moron. Like, who would pick the giant nightmare snake? I wouldn't pick the giant nightmare snake. I'd find something else.
Well, presumably,
I think the snake's kind of cool.
if you hadn't destroyed it, you might have been able to gain enough power for it to never be released anyway. And it would have all worked out, so... But imagine instead of the Ouroboros wiping everything in the universe, Naruzatar ends up being the supreme leader of the universe. I mean, doesn't really sound like a very good outcome. Also.
What I'm worried about is, we do this, and then in, say, 9 centuries' time, it happens again. Naruzatar is close to god power, or is a god, or somewhere in between. And he could just keep on making things. He can keep on finding sources of power to find ways around making things. When we do this, are we locking ourselves in having to do it again and again and again?
What else is the alternative, Mona says?
I don't know. It's just...
The way you have to think about it, Syen, Mona says, is that the Ouroboros represents entropy, represents the chaotic force of the universe that is constantly striving to wipe everything and destroy it. It's our responsibility as those who hold and uphold our values and our importance and the lives of our generations that come after us, to instill in the people an idea that we have to be the driving force against this force. It's not enough to simply hope that it's done. When we are called for a task like this, we have to do it. And in the future, there will be other people to take that mantle. I know it's scary, but
I'm not going to say I'm not scared. My point is, this sounds like a natural force that we're trying to fuck with. Who's to say, the consequences further down the line?
Scrimshaw says, the thing to remember is that this world was never really meant to be in the first place. This universe, this magic that we have, the gods that created everything. It was a mistake, or an accident, or, something that wasn't meant to be. The natural force of the universe doesn't want it that way. But they've been stopped before, and they'll be stopped again. And until the end of time, I have a goal to be there and help destroy it. Destroy this impulse that people have to wipe the slate clean.
I don't know. There's This is just confusing. I just want to protect people, man. Like I don't want to fight giant cosmic entities or things. I did what I did because I wanted to find my mom. I didn't sign up for this.
You think any of us signed up for it? Mona says. They don't teach you this in monk school. Scrimshaw says they don't teach you this when you're a butler for some crazy wizard.
Butler school.
Butler school. Mona says we are just all people that happen to just by some twist of fate happen to be here at this point. If no one else can do it, who can?
That's implying we can do it.
So we can do it.
Can't not save the world just because you reckon someone else might not later on.
I don't know. It's... I don't know. This is not something I have ever wanted to be thinking about.
Look, we do our best to sort this out now, and then when all this is done, we do our best to make sure that future generations can sort it out too. That's all we can do.
Indeed. Mona says.
Oh, and I guess you as well, pointing at Scrimshaw, because it seems like you'll still be there, right?
Well, there's not an expiry date on these bones, as long as I just can continue getting power somehow. But yes, that brings me actually to another point. The Ouroboros. I'm not sure if you will have guessed, but because it is using your wife as a source of power, we will have to keep her safe.
Yeah.
I have access to a number of pocket dimensions in which we can make it nice and comfortable for her, but make it so that no harm can come. Let's say there was some accident, some freak of nature, or some, I don't know, a meteorite strikes this place. You know how things can be sometimes. It is probably best that we keep her somewhere that nothing can get to her. And then Morna and I can protect her whilst you're on this task.
Bring Ank.
That will mean that we'll have to isolate ourselves.
Okay.
So I suppose it is best that now we know that the real scale of what is happening here, that you say goodbyes to your wife.
Right.
He looks over at the bed where she's kind of like half asleep. Well, she is asleep.
Yeah. That's
He says, go on.
I was going to say, wander over and all right. Feeling all right.
She stirs and looks up and says, "Oh, Calcifer." She reaches her hand over a small, pale, frail hand, sort of grabs yours with it.
I got good news and bad news. And well, I'll say I've got good news, bad news, and good news. I'll go with that order.
Just keep the bad news to yourself, will you?
Okay.
I need hope right now.
Just the good then. You are pregnant.
She starts laughing.
And
It's so ridiculous.
we're if and when all has gone well, kid should be fine.
Promise?
Just promise.
Yeah. Yeah.
He squeezes your hand.
You're gonna be going somewhere safe for a while. A few weeks. Not too long. Morna, Scrimshaw, and Ank are gonna keep you safe. You can trust them.
Right.
Yeah, we've got staff.
She kind of nods and says, "If that's what must be done. I heard a little bit of what you were talking about out there. I didn't mean for it to happen this way. I just wanted to get out of that place, you know."
I mean, no one could see this coming.
She nods and sort of swallows her, chokes up a little bit. Okay, I'll be brave. What's another couple of weeks, huh? We were apart for so long.
Yeah. Just a nice little relaxing holiday. Little getaway. And be back before you know it.
You hear a portal open up as Scrimshaw creates a sort of rift in space to a pocket dimension. Morna kind of goes over and says, "Well, I suppose it's time. We will look after Calcifer. She'll be. This is the safest place for her."
Yeah, I get it.
And hey, once this is all over, you'll be looking back at this and laugh, eh?
Yeah. Oh. Hey, while you're in there, maybe think of a name.
We'll think of it together, you idiot. Alira. Both Scrimshaw and Morna kind of like help her off the bed, and she sort of stands up and sort of hobbles over to the portal, and before she goes through it, she looks back over to you and says, "I love you, Calcifer."
Love you too.
He walks through the portal before it closes behind her.
Right, we got a snake to kill, or
Yeah.
banish, or
Yeah.
trap, or whatever.
I believe the idea is we trap it. I don't think we're killing that thing ever.
I would like to ask Henning a question.
On then.
Okay.
Hello, sorry, it's not a good connection. Just while nobody else is there, what do you think she meant when she said she didn't mean for any like this to happen, or she wasn't expecting this to happen? Do you think she knew that this was going to happen?
Well, I mean, yes. Well, you've got a point. I'd like to know what you mean by that too.
Yeah, don't tell Calcifer though.
No, I won't.
When
But
you missed that.
it's certainly worth bearing in mind.
Yeah. Okay, that was it.
Very
That's all I wanted to say.
All right. So you, over the next, I guess, day or couple of days, just sort of. Oh, let's take a break. Actually, we'll have a break.
Okay.
Because it's sort of like.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So we'll come back in 15 minutes.
See you in a bit.
Right.
Hello, welcome back. So, I need to put the music back on. So just before the break, the party had returned back to the material realm after their short foray into the astral realm, learning some stuff about what they've got to do next, learning the nature of the Ouroboros, and its release, that it may just destroy everything, which is nice. So you're sort of got. Let's just say that you're taking like a couple of days just to get everything sorted. If there's anything you guys want to pick up for like your adventures or journeys, feel free to do that. I will say first of all, as you're sort of like splitting up, sort of going around the palace doing your own thing, Henning, you see in the distance, just in the corner, like a darkened corner of a nearby room, a cloaked figure who sort of motions you over. You recognize it as Arbeladon.
I'm gonna go over.
He says, "My lord, I have some news for you.
Go on.
I would prefer if we spoke in my temple. This way?"
Of course. Of course.
Okay, so he leads you down out of the palace towards the kind of main temple that has been now finished for the most part. Worshippers. It takes you through a sort of side entrance, just so like the worshippers who congregate outside, preaching to the people who walk past on the daily business, don't see you and just immediately crowd you. He takes you down to a kind of like through a secret door, which goes down into like a lower basement, where there is a couple of like of his followers who are like carrying bats and have between them someone chained in irons, kneeling down.
Okay. I'd like to go see who that is.
The figure, like, she seems to have like long hair which goes down in front of her face, as she's sort of like she's clearly been beaten quite strongly, but she sort of flicks her hair back as you enter, and you recognize it as Vera.
Ooh. Well, look who it is. He sort of crouches down right in front of her.
If it isn't history in the making, Henning. You've made it, old friend.
Isn't it? Do you like what I've built here? It's only going to get bigger.
Arbeladon hands you a number of what seem to be torn pages, which seem to have been torn out from a book. He says, "We found these on her possession. She was caught trying to snoop in around a local graveyard. You notice the
Really?
writing on these pages is in your father's handwriting."
Ah, pages from my father's book. You know, I would have killed to have got these back at one point, but now they all just seem so pointless. He's just gonna incinerate them with some magic.
Just before that happens, Arbeladon kind of just like holds your arm and says, "You might want to give them a read."
Yeah, fine. What is it?
I will
I'll stop.
send it to you.
Just be gone, plot hook.
Be gone, Plodder.
After you read it, you can feel free to incinerate them.
Burn after reading.
I'm just reading that. Well, I guess I will keep that after all. Good job, Belladon, for not letting me do that.
He says, which leads to the question of what you want to do with her, my lord.
What should I do with you, Vera? Give me. I'll hear you out. What should I do with you?
Well, I will work for you, of course. I will do anything that you ask of me. I see that you have great power, and I want to be involved. That's what I've always wanted.
What you've always wanted. What
I
about
will
when
tell-
you threw me overboard to drown? Did you want that then?
Yes, but you don't know the whole story.
Ugh, this should be good. Go on. What's the story? Why? Why did you do it?
I grew up as a common sellsword in Port Elron, and uh, we had a crew that was involved in petty theft, and we heard that there was a local alchemist in the town who we thought had created a potion to immortality. And upon getting to know him, well, he might have been onto something, and well, we had one of our goons break into your house with the hope of stealing the book, and we didn't expect you to be in. But when you walked down, you don't remember this, but I'll explain. When you walked downstairs and chased them off, they only managed to get a couple of pages, and of course, your father lay dead. But the next day, I sent a mage to wipe your memory of the occasion, and we implanted a memory that you were the one that killed him, and that you would have to escape so that the authorities wouldn't be able to catch you. And we made ourselves very obvious as the only merchants that were leaving that day, and were able to look the other way for some coin. And but you've got to understand that we tried to gather you to our cause. You know, we wanted you to grant us some way to lend us the book so that we could see what was in it, and but you refused to even mention it in our presence. And then your friend and your untimely demise. But clearly, it was meant to be, because you survived. And you know, once we had the book in our possession, we moored in Kelrius and attempted our first attempts to create a vessel capable of doing such a thing. But you know, it took us too long, and we kept failing, and our ship burnt down, and the book was gone, and well, all I had was those pages. But it was all you, and we're meant to be together, Henning. We're meant to be. Destiny has driven us to each other constantly, and if there's anyone who would want to spend the rest of her life by your side for the eternal life, I'm sure that you're offering to your followers, I would want to be there as well. And I my crew can be in your service. We have knowledge of the banking guild, and they're looking for people to get involved with. And well, you know. But the pages, there's a key within the book hidden, that your father told you the way to decrypt it, and we suspect that we accidentally wiped that part of your memory. But there is a way to get it back, and I can get it for you.
And how would you do that?
Let me join your crew and prove myself. I will do it. I promise. Abeladon says, "My lord, I think even if she's telling the truth, there is plenty of magical users within our employ who are able to do something like that."
Henning just turns to Belladon and gives him a little nod. Because of you, I was nearly executed by the Tempest brand. Do you know that? They tried me for my father's murder.
But it made you the man you are today, the following you have today. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be in this position either.
Do you know what I did to the Tempest brand when they tried to take me away? Have you heard the stories?
Yes.
I annihilated them. He's going to summon his sword to his hand. Do you know what this sword does when it takes a life?
No, please, Henning, please. I'll do anything for you. I
Absorbs
promise.
the soul of those it slays. So, Vera, You will serve me, but perhaps not in the way that you want. And he's just going to put the sword straight through her.
Okay. You see that as you give way to your rage and to the power that sort of holds within you, you see the sword immediately burst into flames as it enters her body, just like begins to burn her as she screams, and just sort of her life essence is sucked into it. You feel the power just sort of beginning to burn up through your arm and go into your chest. You feel that you've absorbed some level of power from her. Eventually, she sort of like, you take the sword out, and just the husk that remains, kind of kneeling in this sense of perpetual scream, a blackened statue that, as you sort of withdraw your sword, crumbles into dust before you. Arbeladon says, "Excellent, my lord. I could see the strength that was coming off you there. You've clearly gotten stronger."
Yes. Now, someone clean this up, will you?
My lord, if there's one other thing that we should talk about, it is the proposed rite of ascension that I am planning for yourself.
Absolutely. Of course. Absolutely. What have you found? What do you know?
There is a number of things, but perhaps we should talk about it a little bit more privately. And he walks you sort of down the hall, as we will talk about this another time. All right.
Okay.
So as for the rest of you, what are you up to then? Calcifer, you're obviously doing your building stuff.
Yes, I did actually notice that I do just get the shield rune automatically now in the remaster.
Okay.
So I've adjusted that.
All right.
But yeah, I still need to do the weapons and stuff.
Is there any like potions or like anything else that you want to get whilst you're here?
I mean, I'm pretty stocked up.
Like as the sort of rulers of a city, you can pretty much get access to anything that is on the open market, and you can order like uncommon stuff and even rare stuff for an extra price. So if there is anything that you want to, like, you don't have to decide now, but if there is anything that you want to get, you can do.
Does that include runes and etc.?
Yeah. You can like
get that done.
Yeah, you can. There will be people that will like be able, who will know people who can do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
As like a part of making the city, like your goal was obviously to sort of like bring the best of the best from around into the city. So you should be able to commission pretty much whatever you want.
Cool. In that case, yeah, just like weapon potency stuff, and I think upgrading, just upgrading runes in general.
Okay. After the session, just give me a list of what you bought.
Cool.
And Henera, what are you up to?
Yeah, I wanted to upgrade my armor. So I need to have Calcifer do that.
What
can
armor
I
are
pay
you
for
wearing?
Let me get the sheet up. Oh, it's
The breastplate.
yeah. I can't remember. I think it is breastplate. I think I need to rejig my armor around, because it's all wrong, and I need to just do something about it. So I was gonna do that when we had some downtime. So if we have a few days, I'll sort it out and then get back to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's okay.
I need to remove the astral stuff as well.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah, please do.
Thanks for reminding me.
It won't let me onto Foundry now.
That's fine. Yeah, you can do that between sessions. Okay. I guess the next day, just like as you're around, you do hear of a merchant who is willing to sell some gear if you wanted it.
Okay. Syen is going to want to touch base with some people at some point. Some of his crew.
Sure. Okay. So you go to the quarter of the city where your people tend to live. Going to the nearby meeting hall, where your father is kind of midway through a kind of just action meeting between a lot of the spies that you've employed. As he stands, and they all sort of nod as you enter the room, and says, "Ah, Syen, welcome back."
Thanks. It's good to see you.
Indeed. We are busy at work, obviously, continuing on with the interests of the city, of course. We have found some things that might be worth talking about, but I know that you're usually busy.
There's a few points of interest that I need to discuss with you.
Such as?
First of all, I have a couple of names that I need us to look. I believe it has something to do with Mother. If we can find her.
Really?
I don't have much to go on, but before the bastard's life left his eyes, Duranda mentioned Kerith Genlar, a pirate and a slaver.
Ah, Kerith Genlar. Interesting.
And I checked a magical book in relation to his name, and it mentioned the Grey House.
The Grey House. One of the spies in the room speaks up. Yes, the Grey House is in House Ignis lands, I think. So on the shores of Lake Auden.
Well, I've got something incredibly important I need to work on. I don't know if working on that will cause me to move in that direction or not, so I can't risk focusing my attention there. But
I understand, sir. Your father says. I'll put a couple of men onto the task immediately. They might be able to have a look around, see if there's any more information they can get from it.
There's some other things as well.
You seem nervous, Syen. What's up?
I'm out of my depth.
Ah, I see. Rolling a city, becoming rich and powerful, becoming a hero of Adana. It's not meant for our people, Syen. No one would blame you if you hung your hat up and spent the rest of your life with our people.
I'm needed. It's hard to understand, but this isn't something I can run away from. Because if I don't, and I think Syen's going to make sure there's no one else around, reality's at risk.
What do you mean by that?
I think Syen just blurts out everything he's learned in the astral plane to his father.
Okay. Your father kind of, now that you're sort of in a back room, maybe his study, he sort of looks a bit shaken and just sits down by his desk. Everything?
Everything.
I think you are out of your depth, Syen.
You're telling me I
Pinches the bridge of his nose as he thinks for a moment and says, well, I'm sure that you've got good people on this, and you're on it, and I trust you.
It felt like yesterday all I wanted was to kill one man. And now there's all of this.
I'll let you into a secret, Syen. Vengeance is a good motivating tool. It gets you up in the morning, makes you wash yourself, get to work. But once you have your vengeance, your eyes open and there's a clarity that you see that the world is continuing on. You still have to get up. You still have to go to work. You still have to do what's best for your family and your friends. And if you can't learn to motivate yourself to deal with these things, what else will motivate you? Revenge isn't enough. That's all I'm saying. You have a whole life ahead of you, and this was meant to be.
I can't help but feel like my shoulders aren't built for this. I don't think anyone's shoulders are.
Listen, Syen, in one lifetime, we have gone from an oppressed, hidden, almost extinct species that lives in the wilderness to being masters of our own fate. Whose responsibility was that, Syen? It was yours.
I know, but compared to that seemed a lot easier.
Well, you've saved thousands of lives. Now it's time for you to save more. It's the same task, Syen. The task that was given to you. And in times of war and in times of struggle, we don't give up until the job's done. I know it's hard. But if there's anything I can do to help, if anything our people can do to help, we will be behind you at every step of the way. They will give their lives for you. You know that.
You don't happen to know of any spare planar keys laying around that could get us to hell?
That's not life. If we had such things and such abilities, we would have left this realm a while back. Probably for somewhere nice. I'm sure
it was worth an ask.
Let the ancestors guide you, Syen. We have hundreds of generations of our forefathers and mothers to guide us in such times. Have you ever tried to sit and talk to them? Ask them anything?
No. I had Nyx for that.
Indeed, and she got you so far, but I understand now that she's gone. You might be in a need for another source of guidance. Would you come to a temple sometime?
Maybe.
Give it a think. I'm not going to pressure you. But I understand you're busy. But you got to understand that your old man is always here. I'll always be here.
Thanks, Dad.
I'm not going anywhere, son. Sort of gives you a tap on the shoulder. Now, you've got stuff to do, right? What do we say when we have things to do?
It's time to do them?
Yeah, close enough. We don't look back. We don't think about the past until the present is done.
Thanks, Dad.
You got it.
Syen kind of awkwardly leaves because he doesn't know any other way to leave anymore.
Just awkwardly everywhere.
Syen is awkwardness personified, I think. He would rather just not be perceived, full stop, so he just kind of shuffles away and tries to find something to do with his time, I guess.
It's like the perception filter thing from Doctor Who, but instead of it's just you're so awkward people don't want to look at you.
Exactly. It's just such a degree of secondhand embarrassment. Their brain just represses it.
I just don't want to acknowledge you. It's like, it's like I know he's there, but like I don't want to know. Like, just go, just do what you're gonna do.
That's
Like,
why his stealth score's so high.
So what's the plan with getting to the high tower?
I imagine we can just like send a letter or just rock up uninvited. I guess this is a very important business.
it's within 7th level teleport range. Joanne?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Would that be
it
the next
is.
day, or do you have it ready?
No, because I'm adding it. I'm going to once I can do my spells list, I'm going to add it to my regular spells list level, so I would have it.
Okay. Should we go then?
Yeah, I just can't add anything at the moment.
Do you want me to put it on? Actually, I'm not sure I
No,
can. I
it's
don't think I
fine.
can edit your sheet. I can just view it.
Yeah, let me just have a look at it. I still have it in my spell book. Thousand miles. Could even do level 8.
Oh.
Any location on the same planet.
How far is the distance? Like 700 miles.
Yeah. Anyone fancy just
what?
fucking off to Eshmalin?
700 miles. Yeah, let someone else deal with this. Let's go on a beat, like an arc-long beach episode.
Yeah, you know what? I've not been to Orthaid. Let's just go there.
Intercontinent teleportation still applies.
Adna has beaches.
Our city is on a beach.
Yeah, you got a beach.
Yeah, let's
Is it a-
hire another group of people to deal with.
Is it a stone beach?
It's like shale, yeah.
Ah,
We'll sort that.
not nice like witching.
Create sand spell.
Hmm.
Just like fucking cover the entire beach.
Spend like 500,000 gold creating a machine just that turns its rocks into sand.
Okay. Yeah, so where's the high tower?
Up here.
I can't I can't see the
yeah,
map.
it's 700 miles away at the north of Akate.
Okay, where's it near?
Milnarian?
Milnarian is the nearest.
Okay. Okay. Can you zoom the map out? Will that
Which
actually
one?
work? No, you.
Zoom-
Like,
I can zoom. What you? Oh, can I like zoom it for you? No.
yeah. Okay. Okay.
There is a way I can like ping.
Like make everyone look at a certain thing.
Yeah. Ping button.
I can just send you a screenshot.
Yeah, maybe just screenshot the map and put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, it's in general.
Is it shift and left click?
And it is.
I don't know.
You didn't highlight where it is.
Oh no, I didn't.
Okay, where is it?
It's at
Again,
the
what did you say?
it's the northmost bit.
The high tower. I see it. Okay, cool. That is pretty far away. I don't think Canara's even been there.
No, you've never been there.
Near. Yeah. Right, let's go.
Imagine if it's actually a relatively small tower.
Yeah,
It's
maybe
just
they've just
really
never
high
seen any
up.
other towers.
It's just like really high up on a mountain,
They just like weed.
but it's actually yeah.
Weed growing tower.
All right.
The high towers.
So I guess the next day, then, when you have it prepared, yeah, you're gonna teleport.
Yeah.
All right. So getting up bright and early next day, you gather everyone around and you begin the process of teleporting. And within a flash of rainbowy arcane magic, you appear kind of in a very, very cold, arid, almost tundra-like situation. Maybe like just on a very hilly area, just overlooking a very frigid North Sea. You see in the distance the water kind of frozen in parts and icebergs shooting out of the water, bobbing. Thanks, Richard. But you don't quite, I guess, appear right by it. You appear 7 miles or so away. But you know the various distance. You got a map, so you sort of start walking onwards. There's very few
Didn't
people
pack
around.
for winter.
It is cold. It's not necessarily just because it's winter. It's just it's very north up, and you get the sort of northern winds blowing, which are like kind of Arctic winds, really. Very, very, very cold.
Mm.
It's not like below freezing, but it's brisk for sure. You see the seagulls circling in the sky, occasionally diving down and trying to grab something that's bobbing in the water, maybe a fish or maybe just a piece of wood that's just floating there. As you eventually make your way to what seems to be a sort of grey slate tower that is kind of like, it looks a bit like a wizard's tower from the distance, but it has this kind of very onion-like roof on the top of it, like the kind of look of one, which is just like a sort of dark blue. It seems to be glowing as well, like almost like a lighthouse. And there's like a sort of beam of light that kind of just goes around in a slow kind of lazy circle around it. The tower isn't very big at all. I mean,
I
it's
called it.
probably the size of like maybe like 2 stories. And when you first look at it, you're like, this can't be right. But you're in the right spot on the map, and there's nothing else around here. But you sort of make your way sort of down the hillside towards it via a narrow kind of off-road walk, There's no windows. It's just a door, kind of like an old ramshackle, like wooden door in front of you.
Maybe this is like an illusion or something.
I'm intrigued about this onion roof.
Oh, Calcifer also.
Can you describe it more?
It like the like in the Kremlin. Like in Russia.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot
Or
more
like the
sense. Okay, I get it.
the Brighton fucking what's it called? Pavilion.
Yeah, I get you.
Calcifer, you feel something move in your bag of holding.
Oh. What did I have in there? I don't
You
still
don't
have
know.
that Zolgath body, do I?
I'm alive.
I will open the bag.
You
of
hear like
holding.
a sort of muffled like, "Hey, let me out!"
I'll have a look. Like Vasiri could go through bags of holding.
You open it up, and Tink pops out.
Oh,
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Wait,
ah,
I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea how I got here.
You know, I had
Same.
a dream, and you were there, and you were there, and you were there.
Mm.
Okay,
wait, that
I have a question. Did you only just arrive when I teleported us, or have you been in the bag a while?
Well, I don't know. How long ago did you teleport?
About 2 minutes.
Maybe. I mean, I just woke up here. Just a bit.
Right, was weird.
I mean, yeah.
Why?
This is the material realm.
No, actually, this is the elemental plane of fire.
This is beautiful. I mean, look how inhospitable and arid it is here. It's amazing.
I love this
How
guy.
do you people even survive here? Do you have to eat seals or something?
This isn't the only place in the material plane.
Oh,
There
I
are places
divided
which
my-
are warmer. There are places where it's too warm to live.
Oh, I've divided my horizons then, I suppose. I have to admit, you didn't say bye, first of all, when you left. Not very nice.
Well, I imagined you were in the same room, so what you didn't say bye either.
No. You walked through the door, and I couldn't get through.
Oh,
I was just trapped there. It was chaos. It was like the entire city was going to hell.
I just thought you'd come with us. You like to hide.
yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't know what I'm doing here. I wasn't usually beholders, when they are born, are given some mission. Like, I thought maybe Saffrox woke up and created me. Maybe he wants me to keep an eye on you. Maybe he wants me to spy on you. Maybe he wants me to steal something from you. I don't know. But I didn't tell me anything, so I'm just along for the ride.
Hey, how about this? How about you get to choose your own mission?
Choose my own mission.
Yeah. Like, hey, maybe you not being given a defined purpose when you were born here. Maybe that's you're out. Maybe you're free now. You can choose your own path forward.
Choose my own path forward. I could become a beholder of my own.
Exactly.
Ah. Maybe I should. I mean, that's how beholders are born. Like, sometimes they're just born out of the dreams from other beholders. Maybe I am going to be a beholder. Behold! Ah! It's like starts zooming around you. He's just like a little laser beam shoots out of his eye and just hits a bit of the tower. Just like a bit of clump of dust comes off.
And then 5,000 constructs rain from the sky and try to kill us.
I've never done that before. Well, there we go.
There you go.
Oh, I can't transform like I used to.
So you're stuck like this.
We'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Ah, there's a bridge.
And that
I'm not sure that's the.
Is that my
that is
mission?
fine.
Yes, burn
be right back.
burn every bridge in Adana.
He just like zooms off.
We did blow up that
He
one
zooms
bridge.
off.
Yeah, he's just.
he didn't say goodbye.
He just
Wait.
flew away. Yeah.
Oh my god. Just complained that we didn't say goodbye, and then he didn't say goodbye to us.
Maybe it's the beholder version of you scratch my back. I'll scratch yours. In this case, scratching backs is not saying goodbye.
Still before you see the door, obviously, to the tower. Seems unlocked. It's like sort of like half open.
I'd like to knock on the door.
Okay, you knock on the door. It sort of creaks open slowly as you sort of look around. I guess look around the corner. There just seems to be a desk and a chair. It's completely empty otherwise, like completely bare stone. Do you want to make your way into the tower?
Yeah, I feel like this might be illusion. Can I just do detect magic?
Magic doesn't seem to work in here. Seems to be some sort of field.
God, what kind of wizard's tower is this?
Well, I'm useless. I guess I take my
Can I have a
dagger
look
out.
Around the room.
Mhm.
Can I have a look around the room and look for like loose bricks, what have you, things that might be like secret passages?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Cool. That's a 30.
Okay, so you guys all make your way into the tower. Syen immediately starts looking for traps, for secret doors, for buttons. Doesn't seem to be anything around until you look up. And when you do, you notice that from the outside, it looked like there was only maybe 2 stories, very short building. This looks so high up that it just goes up until it just sort of tapers to a point in the far distance. There seems to be maybe like miles of up from here. You don't even see the roof. Like the tower is the same size from the inside as it is on the outside, but it just goes up and up and up and up and up.
It's smaller on the outside.
Could be a mirror.
Well, nowhere to go but
You
up.
go up.
All right, that's why.
Are there
Well, we can't.
stairs or are we
No,
flying?
magic doesn't work.
Magic doesn't work.
Oh,
Is there stairs?
all right.
Nope.
Uh,
There's just a table and a chair.
should we just?
Can I sit at the chair? Sit at the table.
Yeah. So you sit down, and as you sit down, you feel that the entire floor shakes a little bit, and suddenly the walls, you see the bricks kind of like slope down, and it takes you a little bit of time to notice as the door sort of disappears below the floor. But you're going seemingly up.
Just me.
Well, the entire floor. It's like an elevator.
Oh, okay.
Like, so you just like begin to
So-
feel yourself floating up.
Okay, cool. The way up is to sit down. Perfect. I hate magic.
It's not going very fast
Maybe
at first.
maybe if we all sit down, it'll go faster.
Science
Well,
sits down.
it does seem to ramp up. So like you're going like maybe a few feet a second at first, and then the bricks start descending lower and lower. Eventually, the entire floor is just going faster and faster and faster until the point where it's actually kind of scary, where you just see like entire like floors worth of distance just going at once.
Sam lies flat on his back, just clicking to the floor.
Yeah, you don't necessarily feel like any acceleration, like almost as if you're just sat down. But it is very scary on the outside, and like I guess if one of you is like particularly interested in just seeing whether you can touch the wall, you just immediately feel like it's just a friction burn.
Like it would just tear off.
Yeah, there's not necessarily like loads of gaps in the wall that could like tear anything or anything, but it like if you held a sword to it, it could just wear the sword down like a grindstone or something. But eventually, it begins to slow down as it gets seemingly to like a top of it, where there's just the same sort of exact same situation, except for now you've just got a roof above your head, which seems to just be like wooden planks holding the structure together. The same sort of door as when you entered, and you begin to see someone open it. A figure seems to be an old elf wearing a kind of white cloak with like a blue sash around both his wrists, kind of almost holding the sleeves of the cloak to his wrists, so they almost puff out where his arms are, and also around his legs and around his waist. He sort of like pulls his cloak down and says, I have been expecting you.
Is it because of the really fast elevator ride?
Indeed, it is a fascinating piece of technology, I must admit. Unfortunately, this was left to us by the gods, so I don't know how it works either.
Well, I think it's pretty simple. You sit down at the table, and then you go up.
You know,
You
if you
are
opened...
Syen. You are Syen.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Anira, Henning, and Calcifer.
You know, if you opened up the roof and if you opened up the roof, you could turn this into one hell of a weapon. Like launch things.
We prefer to keep things the same in this place.
Fair. I mean, and to be fair, that would probably, fuck with the whole like pocket dimension thing going on, you know.
He sort of steps forward and says, "Where are my manners? My name is Emerin. I am the half-folded page of the Syen Darai."
Half-folded.
That sounds bad for the book.
The half-folded page is a reference to an ancient order that predates Eretzar's unification of our continent. We took it upon ourselves to gather ancient technology and study it for thousands of years, but even before his rise. When Eretzar came to power, we made the agreement with him to remain uninterfered with, so that if a threat to this world may arise, we'll at least have the know-how to deal with it in his stead. Which is why I suppose you have been brought to me.
Yeah. Well, you're about to feel like your job is very justified.
It would not be the first time. We have dealt with many threats to this world. But of course, I must ask a question. The heir to Eretzar, at least among some elves, lies within our stead today. Is that not right, Henning? Of Dalron?
That is true.
If it is true that you are his returned, I am sure that you will continue our arrangement in the event that you attain power.
Maybe.
Light raises an eyebrow. Although I do not know why, in particular you have arrived, I have been expecting your arrival. It was foretold.
By who?
How about I show you? If you follow him, he opens the door and leads you down a set of marble steps that descends deep into the earth.
Will do.
Through the doorway. Opening into a large chamber. There's a large chamber where there's like multiple like golden doors that have like all these clockwork locking mechanisms all over them. Emmerin kind of just takes out a large key, begins to unlock them one by one, and you see them all begin to click and whir into place as they begin to sort of roll out like circular kind of doorways. It opens into a larger chamber in between where it seems to be like absolutely massive, probably like 100 meters on each side, filled with glass decorative cases, where seemingly hundreds of pieces of ancient technology are pristinely kept and maintained. There's old weapons, casts of legendary ancient swords, technology you have no idea what it could even be used for, lies buried here. Some like with kind of almost clockwork kind of decorations to them. Some of them look like kind of the same technology that powers elder boxes.
I'm back.
All of this technology lies buried here for, who knows how long. Emmerin leads you through one of the walkways where a huge mosaic is pieced together on a far wall. There's kind of thousands of pieces of tile which are pristinely restored, with like little bits missing, that seems to show what, it couldn't show anything else but what seems to be an orc paladin, the likeness of whom strikes you as your friend Calcifer, wearing a set of thick plated armor and carrying a sigil of Sikadan. His hammer is raised into the sky. This mosaic was one of the first we managed to piece together from the site of a long-abandoned city, dated to the Age of Gods. Some say it was the residence of Sikadan himself before the Wars of the Titans.
Is the hammer a blacksmith hammer or like a war hammer?
It looks more like a blacksmith's hammer.
Okay.
Wait,
So
is Calcifer Sikodan?
No.
Okay.
That's it. I don't think I am.
We did do the
You just
thing with Cadell a while ago.
Well, whoever you are, your names have been chosen, noted as chosen of the gods. But this figure, this orc, only one has been named champion by Sikadan himself. After all, our order serves Sikadan. He created much of the technology we hold here, and it was him that started this order in the first place, just before his death.
Death?
So Emmerin kind of nods, and he sort of brushes down his tunic a bit and says, so how about you let me know why you are here? I suppose you wouldn't have come if it was not important.
Well, before we get to that, you say Sikadan's death. There's something you know about that that's not publicly known?
Our order is very secretive for a reason. We have each of us sworn a vow of silence to not reveal anything that could interfere with the natural progression of the societies that we protect. We only reveal that which is widely known. We do not make it our business to interfere with the other things. Therefore, we keep the world safe from outside threats. We restore and keep here ancient technology which could be used to harm this place. But we leave ourselves independent of outside interference.
Well, just the reason I ask is I knew he was missing, but I didn't know there was any confirmation that he'd actually died.
The gods, or the so-called gods of the Age of Gods, were all killed during the Titan Wars. That much is clear. Hence, our order is extremely important because we harbour the uninterfered with knowledge of what has been passed down to us from the Age of Gods. It is us who makes it so that these technologies are not misused, let's say.
Right. Okay.
But just because someone is dead does not mean they are not around, in a sense. Sigadan clearly saw you as a very important part of our future. And when I heard stories of this group that had saved the city of Lenora, had defeated Narsamel, and the descriptions of those people who had taken part in it, one being an Orc Paladin of Sigadan, it seemed that eventually you'd make your way here.
Well, I suppose we better get to it then. Do you have, or know where we might find, a planar key to Lady Sellen's realm?
The lawless halls of justice. I understand your undertaking. I would like to know particularly why you would want to go there. You may be the champion of Sigadan, but we are still the defenders of this realm. If such a key was to get into the wrong hands, who knows what could be done?
There is someone that she is holding as prisoner that we need to save everything, pretty much.
More or less.
Do you know of the Aurora Boreas?
Aurora Boreas.
Aurora Borealis.
Flying to this location in this tower? This is, the Ouroboros. It is a myth, I'm sure.
I wouldn't be so sure.
There is no record from Age of Gods of such mention.
Goes back a lot further than that.
Well, I am sure that you have been given new information. I have what you are looking for.
The way you're saying that implies that
we
there's
have
something
it.
you want from us.
Well, put yourself in my shoes. Here we have, of course, the champion of Sigadan. We have someone who is a potential pretender or an heir to Ered Sar. We have a leader of a resistance. And we have a princess. A lady. And
I blush.
these are factions, of course, which they might work together now, but in the event of a war between Adana and, let's say, Lady Syen, it might be difficult to keep everything together.
We don't seek to go to war with Lady Syen. That's a battle that we're going to lose. We know that we need to do things our way somewhat. Keep it by the book.
Of course, Adana Adam needs to give you a debt of gratitude, of course. But I will need guarantees before I part with something from this place.
What kind of guarantees?
He walks over to like a nearby cabinet and takes out a syringe and some vials.
Mhm.
Blood.
For what purpose?
How do you think we have managed to remain so neutral all of this time? When people come asking us for our tools, we need a way to get them back.
Syen instinctively puts out his arm.
Are you all agreed?
Okay.
I have
Guess
no
so, we're done.
business telling you what or what not to do after you are done. Indeed, the realm of politics is your realm. But the survival of the realm, that is our business. And the survival of our order has precedence above all else. That is the agreement. You don't mess with us, and don't mess with the realm. We will leave you be.
So do we get our blood back when we bring back the key, like a deposit?
Unfortunately not. But our security is beyond reproach. You would not be here if I did not let you in. No one will have access to it.
Can I see if they're telling the truth? Like,
Yeah, make
double
a
check if I believe them. If I can. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Oh. 25.
But like from what you've heard of the Syen Darai, like the very little you've heard, seems pretty in order for them. Like they will do anything to make sure that no one interferes with their business.
Okay. I'll let them take my blood. But this is very powerful blood.
You would have no idea whose we possess.
My blood
within
is
our
too.
stores.
My blood is too strong for you, traveler.
Potion
Henning,
seller.
you're willing to do it as well?
Yeah.
Henning?
Okay.
So, okay, I'll give. You can have it. If we find out there's been a data leak from here, I'm gonna be pissed.
Say, can you promise that our data will not be leaked?
We have never had a breach in over 10,000 years.
That's pretty good.
There's no institution in this realm that is as successful as we are.
There hasn't been a breach so far.
Touch wood.
Touch wood.
This realm was created by Sigadan himself. He takes your blood very quickly, it's very painlessly, with a kind of like strange form of syringe. Like it kind of, as he brings the needle towards your skin, it sort of clamps your arm a little bit and just sort of like takes a little puncture from like multiple parts around your wrist, and then just sort of like just releases before it like sucks the blood into a vial. He puts a little label on it and then just attaches it and just puts it into a little box that he then puts onto the cabinet. When you blink your eyes, the box is just gone afterwards. Very well. First, I have something for you before the key.
Ooh.
The key. Oh, another thing. You will have the key to get to Lady Sellen's. How do you hope to return?
Huh.
Fuck.
That's a
I
good
just
point.
banished everyone. I could just
Well-
banish everyone, but it would take a while.
I imagine our friend would have his ways.
As long as you've thought about it. I'd hate to see you all stranded there.
I mean, look,
Most of our
if you've got one for this plane too, then that'll be great.
That will be changing the arrangement. I'll have to take more blood.
Is that how
Most
this?
of our-
I thought it was kind of a all or nothing. It was kind of a binary thing, right? Like, if you've got the blood, you got the blood.
Then I could ask for whatever I wanted. No, we deal with pacts of all sorts.
I mean, most
Alas,
of
I'm sure you'll find a way.
our adventures boil down to improvisation anyway.
Yeah, it's worked so far.
He walks over to a vault, where just like sort of looking through his keychain, he opens it up. The vault doors slide open, and on a plinth in the center of the room seems to be a shield of some sort, made from some sort of some very shiny metal. It's kind of got like a matte kind of look to it, like around the on the boss it's like very matted, and it's got like these dents in it, and then it's got a very shiny kind of outside that seems to almost glow in the light. He says this was built by the hand of Sikadan himself. It was left here for the time when it is needed. I suppose because the order was founded by Sikadan, for this moment, there is no better time to reveal it.
Does
should give you the...
Does it match the one that was on the painting, that the mosaic? The Mammalia?
Yeah. Mhm.
Wow.
It is
does it
a
do?
starfall shield, if you want to look at that.
A starfall shield. Mm. Alright. I'll put it to good use.
Some say that the final battle for this realm will come at the hands of the champion with the shield. Don't know if it's playing into prophecy, but it is best that you have it for now. No blood required.
You could say thank you.
Cheers. Yeah, like, go take it, go inspect it.
All right. Just a sec. Additionally, he says, as for the rest of you, you are free to have these objects that we have spare. Feel free to choose from these.
Ooh.
Ooh, do some high-level items.
And these.
I read that as instant coffee, and I was like, why is instant coffee?
Yeah,
And then
I read that as instant coffee as well. I'm like, really?
That is the ultimate item.
Level 1. Level 19. Instant coffee. Keeps you awake for 20 years.
Oh god, that sounds like hell. Oh.
You just get perpetual heart palpitation. Coffee of perpetual heart palpitation.
Should we divvy these up between sessions then?
That's fine.
So where'd this lot come from? Was this just your own... Is this from yourselves, or was this left for us as well?
This is stuff that we require the heroes of our time to use in the event that there is something that will threaten the world. We might not be powerful enough to deal with the sort of creature that you are suggesting exists.
So we're living in a doomsday prepper's bunker right now.
Oh, let's put it this way, our bunker was created for this purpose. Might as well use the things that we've collected.
Cool. Just wanted confirmation. Well, about that key.
He walks over to a cabinet and opens it up and sort of hands over what seems to be like a it looks like a black glass rod of some sort, with like writing inscribed in it that kind of glows with like almost like a fire. It's like in an ancient demonic kind of writing. He sort of holds it out.
Well, if no one else will take it, I'll take it.
Oh, I thought he was holding it out like to. But okay, don't worry. I just imagined the wrong thing.
I'll grab it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a planar key to lawless halls of justice.
Not gonna lie, I was expecting not this.
What were you expecting?
I was expecting us to get this key after having to fight through like at least 3 separate things.
It's usually how it goes.
It is usually how it goes, right?
We don't want to, FYI.
Yeah. Just in case you were wondering, we don't want to do that fighting.
Yeah, in fact, we are actually on a bit of a
myself
time
looking
crunch,
around
so...
every corner here. Yeah.
You came in peace. There was no need for a fight.
Okay. I'm still gonna be on edge here.
Well, you have work to get to. If you do carry out your mission, and you do succeed, we will be very grateful if you could return some of the items you did not use. But I understand if you do not. We will not chase for them back. The key, we will require back.
We will very unlikely return these items to you, but you can have the key.
If I find these items on the open market,
I find this
very
on
happy.
eBay.
Don't worry.
Hey,
I wonder what
you never said we couldn't resell them.
Well, I'm making that.
He's saying it now.
If it helps
Okay.
There's
helps
not
put,
the
Thank
resale
you.
etched onto every item we've got.
if it helps put you at ease, we are already extremely wealthy. So
Not to
selling
flex.
these isn't gonna like change our life situation.
Yeah. It is only because these items, many of them, would be able to cause such damage if they were fell into the wrong hands that, well, let's say we'd have to clear up the mess anyway. So it's best.
Why didn't
that,
you like throw them in a volcano then?
We don't throw anything away here.
It just feels safer, you know?
Well, then you wouldn't have them.
I guess not.
Exactly. On the way out, please do not mess with my desk.
Oh, I wasn't going to.
Why would we want to?
now
It's a
you've
bare
said it.
desk.
Sure points towards.
Oh,
the
I
door.
wish you hadn't said that. These lot.
Remember, we have your blood.
I write I heart Lady Selon on the No, I don't do that.
etch
I think about doing it.
etch a dick on the side with a dagger or something.
Right, let's go.
All right.
Psychodan equals Suckerdan.
Suck at these.
Stuck at these. No.
Suck at these nuts. Perfect.
Nice.
All
We're all adults here.
right. Well, let's finish off here for today then.
Cool.
All right. Thanks for
Right.
playing, all y'all.
Thanks for the sesh.
Thanks for running.
Yeah, fun.
See you next week.
See you next week.